Well, this is just not the truth, is it? Second, it says I'm live. I'm just gonna make sure. I am. I am live. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, what's going on, people? Like, I was gonna do like a traditional video for this, but I don't feel like it, and I just have something quick. I just want to go over. I saw this video and it ran me, and like it was this article. Okay, so I didn't even know this until like a day ago. But apparently, they remade Charlie's Angels, right? Cool, but apparently it didn't do too well. It actually did terribly well, but apparently a week before it didn't even do well, the director of the movie, Elizabeth Banks, who I believe she did Pitch Perfect, which I'm actually not even that against, and she was Rita Repulsa in the Power Rangers movie, kind of animated. But I don't got no problems with this lady, right? I think she does good work, fine. But there's this article, she did this interview specifically, and I just want to I was reading, I didn't read all of it, but I was reading through her words, what she was saying blows my freaking mind. So let me see if I can pull this up. Can I share the screen? I can share the screen. Can that be seen? Let me check my phone to see if the screen can be seen. I don't know. I'm technologically insufficient. Whatever the hell that means. I mean, it can be seen. Awesome. So check this out. Look at this. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm not gonna get into this whole article. I don't want to sit here and do that. I just want to really just like these quotes. I was reading them. This lady has lost it. I don't think she understands anything. I haven't read the whole article though, so we're gonna kind of do this together. But let me just start. Okay. So let's start with what she was saying. To buy tickets to this movie has to make money. If this movie doesn't make money, it reinforces the stereotype in Hollywood that men don't go see women do action movies. Okay, well, I don't know why she speaks that way. But she's trying to say it reinforces the stereotype that men don't support action movies with female leads in it. Totally not true. It's the biggest fucking lie. I went over this several times. Most of the most popular anime characters are female. A lot of the most popular superheroes are female. It's just not the truth. People love female characters and female stories, especially action stories. There's a lot of shows, everything from Charm to Buffy the Vampire Slayer to Lost Girl to just so many Dark Angel. It just goes on. The list goes on. The Alien movies, the fucking Atomic Blonde. It's not the truth. Your movie is bad. It's not men's fault that your movie didn't make a lot of money. Where this movie made about $8 million. $8 million in North America in its opening weekend. About $7 million in China. Wow. And totally overseas, making about like $19 million. Damn. But it cost $48 million to make. You didn't even make half of the money you spent on this movie. It's not dude's fault. This is the point I'm making. So let's go down. You didn't make half of the money you spent to make this movie. But it's guy's fault. They'll go see a comic book movie with Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel because that's a male genre. So even though those are movies about women, they put them in the context of feeding the larger comic book world. So it's all about, yes, you're watching Wonder Woman, but we're setting up for 3 other characters in Justice League. Or maybe you like Wonder Woman and we want to go watch a movie about her. And we don't have her be the main character in the slightest because we anticipate the movie to be good. Now listen, Wonder Woman is one of my least favorite DC movies for a very specific reason. While I do think narratively speaking it's probably the best one, structurally speaking it was probably the best one. They put a lot of time and effort into making that a good film. The action was fucking terrible. It was way too much slow-mo. You had the 2 children of Zeus fighting each other, but all Ares is doing is picking up stuff and throwing it at her. And the Wonder Woman's, they should have been flying through buildings, knocking each other across the fucking map like Superman and Zod, but it was just very lackluster action. That's why I rate it very, very low. But it's still a good movie. You can't deny that. Has nothing to do with it being like, well, it's a comic book movie. We don't just like every fucking comic book movie that comes out. That's just not how it works. And Captain Marvel sucked because the plot sucked. It was boring. The first half was the most entertaining part of the movie. Well, the first act, the middle act was very, very sleepy. It was very boring. And then the last act, it just was boring. Like, not that it was badly put together, but just Captain Marvel was so OP and the action choreography was so bad that it's just not an enjoyable movie. So we don't just watch any fucking comic movie and just love it for the sake of it. Male or female, it doesn't fucking matter. I thought Black Panther had some of the worst action I've ever seen in my life in a comic book movie. And I don't know how Black Panther got nominated for the Oscar. Oh, did you watch that CGI shit fest? It was terrible. Anyway, so she believes we only go watch female characters in comic movies because it leads to a different movie, which isn't even like fucking true. Oh my god. And then she goes on to say, by the way, I'm happy for those characters to have box office successes, but we need more women's voices supported with money because that's the power. The power is in the money. I've said this so many times. They literally make these movies not to make a good movie, not to make something you go to propaganda, and they don't hide it. And when I say by propaganda, I mean for just progressive far left Marxist ideologies and just all the stupid shit that's like it's not important. It's the least concerning things to deal with in your day-to-day life, but they just go on and on and on and on, but like very religiously to the point where they make movies about their religion. Fine, you have every right to do that. If you want to infest and co-opt the comic book world, the video game world, the TV show world, the movie world, and co-opt all these media industries and just fill them up with your religion, you can do that. I'm not about to watch the movies you make. That's why Terminator, nobody went to go watch Terminator, because you made the movie to be woke. You made Ghostbusters to be woke. You made Ocean's 8 to be woke. You made Batwoman a show to be woke. You're not making it to make a good show. You're making it to preach to people about shit that's not even factually correct most of the time. A lot of these woke very anyway. Look, listen to what she's talking about. Dad said, we're in charge of Hollywood. We're the stars. We can do it. We can take control of this. I feel like I'm part of a new class that feels the same way. It's our time now. They own everything, bro. They're not even like denying it. They own the media. 10 years ago, the media was not this way. I don't know how they got their way into it and then sunk their claws into everything and to make everything so progressive and so woke and so annoying. Why is Sprite made a whole commercial about being woke, but nobody drunk a Sprite in the commercial? Look, I don't have a problem with you want to be progressive and preach these ideologies, just fine. But like, you're not even trying to sell Sprite in your commercial. You're just trying to preach and be woke. This is the shit that annoys me. It's like, it's very annoying. So she keeps going on in this fucking interview. Goes on to say is like, you've had 37 Spider-Man movies and you're not complaining, with an exclamation point. So she must have been kind of up there when she said it. Fuck the fact that this guy's point there's only been 7 Spider-Man movies. That's not the point. The reason why nobody complains when they make more and more Spider-Man movies, even though Spider-Man 3 is almost universally hated, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 are pretty well hated, not universally, and Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home is split down the middle because half the people like this version of Spider-Man, half the people don't. So not everybody's happy about all these Spider-Man movies. You know what I'm saying? That's just not even the truth. But the reason why people the general public are receptive to wanting to go watch a movie about Spider-Man is because we like Spider-Man. Oh, well, I'm sorry that people care more about going to go look at Spider-Man than going to look at a movie, a version of Charlie's Angels, where the director herself said it exists to be woke and it's not going to be so action focused, because I don't think that's in this article, but she a quote she's talking about, the movie isn't so action focused. Something along the lines of like, realistically, like, a man will run in a room and start punching everything. That's not how a woman will solve her problems. She'll be more of this. I'm like, fine, whatever the fuck. That's stupid, by the way. But you're making an action movie about super spies not doing spy shit. I was watching Chris Stuckman's review, and he was like, the movie could be comedic, it could be entertaining. He's not even saying it's bad, but he was like, anytime it came to an action beat, it was slow, boring, and dull. It was cut badly, and it looked like Elizabeth Banks had no idea how to put together fight choreography. And that kind of happens a lot with directors like her, you have no idea how to make an action movie. So stop co-opting action franchises. You don't know how to choreograph fight scenes. That's why Wonder Woman, as good as a movie it was, has some of the worst fucking fighting ever. That's why Captain Marvel, it was sucked as a movie, but it also had terrible. It's bad. I was watching the latest episode of Arrow, and then I watched the latest episode of Batwoman. Stark difference in fight choreography. But why does Arrow exist? Green Arrow shooting shit and beating ass, and that's why the show was on TV. Batwoman exists to talk about feminism, and nobody gives a fuck about that. That's why nobody's watching your movie. Keep in mind, this is a week before the movie came out. She knew the movie was gonna fail, and she already started building up this wall of defense. Well, the movie's gonna suck because men ain't gonna go watch it because they don't like women. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. It's not the truth. Your movies just suck, and nobody cares about your religion. Hold on, we're not done yet. I think women are allowed to have 1 or 2 action franchises every 17 years. Do you know how many action I'm skipping past that. I'm skipping. That's just stupid. See, this is how little she understands about action. This is how little she understands about like just movies or shows or anything, because she thinks it doesn't exist. They really believe that women don't have movies or TV shows or anything that come out at all. At all. Oh, like Tomb Raider doesn't fuck the Powerpuff Girls, like fuck everything that ever existed. Like women don't have any heroes to look up. No, you just don't watch it and you don't pay attention to it. You act like half of the Teen Titans and Young Justice and all these very popular shows aren't half women. Half of the X-Men were women. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Now this is back in July. She said this. One of the statements this movie makes is that you should probably believe women. We have as much they're spies. You should never, under any circumstance, believe a spy. We have as much validity in what we're feeling and how we want to go about living in the world, being in the world, and that was really important to me. That we feel like we had characters that were being taken seriously and given a chance to live their life. We have much validity in what we're feeling and how we want to go about living in the world. Pause. Who said you didn't? Society. Being in the world, that was really important to me. I guess that's, like I said, if this is important to you and you want to follow your passions, you have the right to do that. Go make your movie. Make your feminist religion movie. You can do it. You have every right to do it. But if people don't go watch it, you can't get pissy and blame them for not wanting to watch a movie about a religion that they don't believe in. It's just, come on. Let me see what else she's talking about here, because a lot of this stuff is now new to me. When we were casting the movie, I wanted really fresh faces. Okay, I wanted a diverse cast. You should want the best actors. It's important that women, the audience for this movie, sees themselves in some part of this movie. Okay, I don't disagree with that. I think that's really important. I want the audience to feel a sense of ownership over the film, that they could be in this movie, that they could live in this world. You can't be a super spy, but whatever. It's a real message. Cool. Unless she means that they can follow their dreams. And yes, fine. Tell people to follow their passions. I'm not against that. It's a movie that I want to entertain all audiences, but I want to make something that felt important to women and especially young girls. Right. So if that is your goal, you should do your best to make this movie as well balanced as possible. If most of the movie is people just like talking about your religious beliefs, and then when it comes to the action scenes, it sucks. And that's not even me. That was most of the criticism. Like even like the super woke Rotten Tomatoes critics were saying, yeah, this movie kind of is just boring as shit. Chris Stuckman said it was like, yeah, it's just like kind of fucking boring. It's not even like bad. It's just boring. You know what I mean? It could be well put together, but just fucking boring. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm gonna take Chris Stuckman's word for it, because Chris Stuckman, he doesn't bullshit. He'll just tell you what's up. But if that's really your goal, put better action cuts in the movie. Like, going to entertain all the audience, because you can't deny that dudes 9 times out of 10 we like to watch people get punched and shit. But we do. It's and if you don't do that well, we're going to clock out. It's not us not caring about women. No, have you? Come on. Like, there are action movies like Mad Max. Have you seen Mad Max? Furiosa whooped major ass because she was choreographed well. You know what I'm saying? Like, half of the Power Rangers are female. Ugh, this is just silly, man. And then why are you so like? I'm like, it doesn't make sense for you to be like, I made this movie for women, but men need to go watch it too. You just said you didn't make it for me. Oh God! So Kristen Bell or Kristen Stewart, whatever the fuck her name is, the Twilight chick, one of the lead actresses in the movie. Within her own words, she's like, God, it's so funny. I know if I say this a certain way, yeah, I know that's such a their opinion. It's kind of like a woke version of Charlie's Angels. Fine, you can do that. But I'm not fucking crazy for saying I don't want to watch your super woke, super feminist version of Charlie's fucking Angel. I'd rather go watch the version with Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz. And that one wasn't even good. But at least they whooped ass and did Matrix-style stunts and shit. Fuck it. Like, whatever. I can look at it. But, like, I don't want to watch your actionless action movie. I don't want to watch that. And if your movie fails, it's not my fault. Oh, my God. Patrick Stewart is in this movie? Professor X? Seriously? What did he say? In 2 weeks' time, there's a new Charlie's Angels movie opening, and if you want to see something about female empowerment, I'm stopping you right there. I do not want to see something about female empowerment. I have no desire to want to look at anything about female empowerment. I'm sorry, I fucking don't. It's boring. It's not interesting. I want to watch an action movie. I want to watch people get punched through mountains. I want to watch cities explode. Yes, and there's a lot of people like that, and like if you want to watch your movie that exists to be propaganda. This is trash. Your opinion is trash. That's it. I just wanted to vent really quick. How long did I go for? Damn, 20 minutes. I did not mean to. Fucking God. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna dip. This is just it's just silly. It's overall pretty silly for you to blame people you didn't make the movie for your movie failing. Hell, Hydra.